Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Do I have stuff? No, I don't. That's just the thing. Okay. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's time for the curls. It's time for the scoop. It's not cute, not knowing, and now we're going to know. Come on with that hug. How you guys doing? Thanks so much for joining us. Is Wendy Williams going to CNN? This is the news story that's going out. CNN is trying to change their image. They're ruining the network, who's ever in charge. They fired Don Lemon last week. They're bringing on Charles Barkley, Gayle King for a weekly primetime show in the fall. Next week, Trump is going to be hosting a town hall. Now there's talks of Wendy Williams getting her show back on CNN. I'm giving this one the little side eye because Wendy is not well. She's not. I'm telling you, there's some things going on, and they're saying that CNN says once she gets over her health issues, it's more than health issues. It's more than health issues. Wendy's not in the right frame. Now, this could be stories being put out by her people to make you think that she's okay, but Auntie is here to tell you she's not okay. She's not okay. I wish she was okay. Can you imagine if she would return? It would be ratings gold, but not if she's not in the right frame of mind. I don't want to see Wendy in some kind of altered state and you're saying what's going on. We want the Wendy that we know and that we love, not what's going on. She's been very affected by the events in her life, losing her mom, the divorce, the side chick, the baby, the alcohol, the drugs. It's a lot. But is Wendy headed to CNN? Yesterday, I went extensively into what would rehab for Jamie Foxx look like, because he's going to be hospitalized for a minute, because once you leave the hospital, you have to go into rehab. Wherever this certain type of stroke affected him, it's either right or the left side, and I explained to you because can he speak? Is he cognitive of things that are going on? But then there's paralysis, which means you've got to rebuild that body up that is paralyzed, and people can come back from this. And I went into what I went through because I lost my right side. Keep him in prayer. When you see these things, keep him in prayer. Keep him in prayer, because it's going to be some steps before he can get out. And hopefully that he'll come through this and be very open about what has happened. I talk about what happened to me because God spared me. He kept my voice. Everything else was kablooey, y'all. But he kept my voice. And I feel it is my duty to help others understand if they go through it. May is Stroke Awareness Month. And many people have strokes every day. And a lot of people don't come through it. Or they find themselves in a situation where their life is altered. And you have to want to get your life back. It doesn't just happen to old people. Young people, younger people are getting strokes. You know, famous Tom Joyner had a stroke, and I reached out. Everyone is not receptive to help. Everyone is not receptive. But for those who are, I open up and I talk because it is something that you go through. It literally changed my life. It changed the course of my life and the pattern. And what you see with me is life after stroke. Let's keep him in prayer. You know the old saying, life goes on. You know that Fox show, Shazam? They're not going to stop production. Jamie's daughter will not be on the new season. She's going to be with her dad. Nick Cannon to the rescue. He's going to be filling in as the new host of Shazam. Now, for those who are saying, what about that writer's strike? Well, Whoopi Goldberg was funny on The View. She said, we write our things down on cards. So it's kind of seen as like a reality game show. So I guess that wouldn't be affected by the writer's strike. Jackson Mahomes is the young brother of football superstar Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Every family has that one relative. Every family has that one relative that's a problem. And that would be Jackson Mahomes. He was arrested early this morning, charged with aggravated sexual battery, put in a county jail. This is from an incident in February in Kansas City, where a 40-year-old woman who owned the establishment says that the 22-year-old Jackson Mahomes forcibly kissed her. And there is video. He turns girl around, not once, not twice, but 3 times to kiss her. He faces a 55-month sentence. Is this the first time that Jackson Mahomes has been in trouble? No, because in 2021, he threw water on a fan of the Baltimore Ravens. There was an incident on the Washington field. It was a memorial for Sean Taylor. He dancing on the memorial. Last year, forcibly grabbing women, which is something that you can't do. He's always been annoying. They could be interviewing Patrick and he in the background dancing. And he's known for doing TikTok dances and basically being annoying. Like, if you don't go sit down. And I think Patrick's going to have to let him know, dude, you got to sit down because you about to mess my stuff up. You know how guilt by association? But Jackson Mahomes arrested today. Young Miami. She loves revealing. Now she says she's bisexual. And that her dream woman is Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if Megan has responded yet, but Megan has said she's been curious. But young Miami, this could be opening up to what her life is like with Diddy, because I'm sure it involves threesomes. But young Miami, Carisha, says she's bisexual. British singer Ed Sheeran. He's got a new documentary on Disney Plus where he gives a rare look into his life. And he's been through it these past few months because not only was his wife pregnant with baby number 2, she was also battling cancer. Ed is making headlines. It's a copyright trial going on. Did he steal or sample from Marvin Gaye's 1973 hit, Let's Get It On? It was a song written by a man named Ed Townsend, who works for Motown, his estate. They're suing Ed Sheeran, saying that his song, Thinking Out Loud, is a little too close to Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. This song came out in 2014. And Ed Sheeran says he's going to quit show business if he loses this copyright trial. I think he would quit because of his family, and they need him with young children and his wife getting healthy. Ed Sheeran is going to be on American Idol this weekend, filling in for Katy Perry and Lionel Richie, because King Charles is going to become King Charles with the coronation, and Katy and Lionel are performing. The class of 2023 for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Missy Elliott making history as the first female rapper inducted. There's the late George Michael. There's country great Willie Nelson. There's Kate Bush. There's Sheryl Crow. The Spinners. They're going into the Rock Hall of Fame. DJ Kool Herc, who's known as the father of hip-hop. Shaka Khan, finally getting a merit award. Don Cornelius, founding Soul Train, finally getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bernie Taupin, who wrote most of those great songs with Elton John. The rock group Rage Against the Machine. They're all being inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame. Now, what's significant about this? When the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame first started inducting rap artists, R&B artists had to take a back seat. Sade, Anita Baker, Luther Vandross, Patti LaBelle, New Edition. They ain't in the Rock Hall of Fame. They're not in there. They're not in there. So now I think what they're doing to reckon that, They have these Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Merit Awards where you get inducted that way. Shaka Khan is finally getting inducted. Adon Cornelius, his contribution to music, The Great Show, Soul Train. I think of so many R&B artists. For the Spinners to get in, I was 12 years old. My first concert ever. It was at this place called the Valley Forge Music Fair, where it was like, it was the stage was in a round theater where no matter where you sat, it was a great show. I know for me, that was the first moment that I fell in love with music. It was when I was 16 that I fell in love with hip hop. But sitting in the audience, 12 years old, I knew that music was a part of my life. I thought I was going to be a singer, but I can't sing. But I knew it was a part of my life because the excitement that filled me with this. The Spinners, so many great hits. Love Don't Love Nobody and Mighty Love. Then Came You with Dionne Warwick. Working My Way Back to You, Games People Play. I'll Be Around. Could It Be I'm Falling in Love? Love this group. And there's only one surviving member, and he has Alzheimer's. The Spinners going into the Rock Hall of Fame. This is an amazing moment. This is a great induction class. It really is. I think about George Michael. I think about Missy Elliott. This ceremony takes place in November. Singer Brian McKnight. You ever hear the saying, you are trending for the wrong reasons? Child, Brian McKnight, this must be karma. Because I have heard stories with the first wife, apparently like with them hands on women. I've heard stories, but now other women are coming forward. And Brian, basically, who needs to stay off of social media, he has disowned his children from early relationships and marriage and only loves the children and the son that he has with his current wife. He had 2 sons from a marriage. Then there was the girl, the daughter born to a side chick. Then there was another kid. Brian went on saying that these are the only children he recognizes. Are you going through a midlife crisis? And they've been going back and forth for a while. And now it's getting ugly because now the stories of him not being so nice to women. You know, some people like it rough. They're coming out, and it's not good for his image. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Brian McKnight, you need to stay off of social media. Gwyneth Paltrow gave an interview. How do you guys feel about kissing and telling? I don't like kissing and telling. She's talking about Brad Pitt, who she dated in the 90s. Then right after, she started dating Ben Affleck. So she was asked, who's better in bed? She said that Brad Pitt was the better actor and a good kisser. She said that Ben was technically better at sex and also a good kisser. What is she saying? That Brad should just stick to acting? It was so many ways you could look at that, but he's a good actor. It's like Aretha Franklin being asked about the current crop of singers, and she's like, oh, nice gowns. Kevin Costner, his second wife is divorcing him. She says he works too much. He will probably return to his hit show Yellowstone, very popular actor. But right now he's got to protect his money because his first wife, he has 3 kids, who he had 3 kids by. He cheated on her. He had to give her $80 million. Then he got a side chick pregnant, had to give them $7 million. Okay, he moves on to marriage number 2. They've got 3 kids. And this light went out. You know what? I'm not having good luck with these lights. Okay. Please don't ask me where I get these lights from that love to go off whenever. Okay, 3 kids by the second wife. She says he works too much. He probably does. He has a $250 million fortune. Apparently she had to sign a prenup. He has to protect his fortune, but she's divorcing him. Why? Because she says he works too much. There's a little change on Bad Boys 4. It's filming now. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. Actress Teresa Randall is not going to be playing Martin Lawrence's wife. She's being replaced by Tasha Smith. Why did I get married? She's from my neck of the woods in Camden, New Jersey, but she's joining the cast, and we got to send our condolences. Don't know what happened, but Olympic gold medalist. She won 3 times as a sprinter. Tori Bowie has died at the age of 32. It's not cute not knowing is what I love to say. Thanks so much for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, give a thumbs up. Now we know. And today was a lot of scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I am, got my styling here, your auntie of pop culture.